I have been living in Finland for past 4 years, and today I wanted to sit down and reflect on my journey in Finland. I moved to Finland in 2022 to study a master's degree in business management. Honestly, Finland was never on my list. Yes, I wanted to move abroad and I have been trying since 2017. I actually got admission in one of the Canadian university, but then it was financially not possible for me to move, and that's why I stayed back and continued working in India. But while working, I had that hunger in me that I really want to move abroad and see how is the life in there. So I kept looking for other opportunities and other ways I can move abroad. I looked for jobs in Canada, and I was also looking for cheap universities in the Europe to study. And then 5 years went by, nothing happened, but I was still trying. And that's when I came across Finland. Someone suggested me that why don't you try researching about Finland? So I started my research and I found out that there is a joint application which we can submit for free, and I can apply for 6 universities at the same time. And since the application was free of charge, I wanted to give it a shot and see that how things go. But I just applied to give it a shot. I heard back actually from two of the universities, and I did application assignments and interview and stuff. Actually, I got selected in one of the universities. Everything worked out quickly. I got my visa and I moved here. When I was coming here, I didn't know much about Finland other than the fact that it's happiest country in the world, and it was not that popular at that time. So I tried to find information about it, and I found out that the native language is Finnish, but people do speak English here, especially in the Helsinki area. So I didn't give it a much thought, because it was finally my chance to move abroad. Imagine, like, I was trying to go abroad for 5 years. I finally got the admission in the university and everything worked out perfectly. So I just moved here, and I would say that it's been a great journey for me. If you ask me if I'm happy living in the happiest country in the world, then my answer is yes, because I found my happiness in here, especially because I am an introvert and Finland is perfect country for someone introvert. There are people, especially coming from India and South Asian countries, who struggle living in here and who struggle a bit with the social life, because really the social life is basically non-existent here, and it takes a lot of effort to build a connection, because of course we live in the country since our birth, so we have friends from school, from work, and everywhere. Here it takes time to build trust, and it's new country, so it takes time to find people. But moving to Finland has helped my growth in many ways. So I'm really thankful that Finland happened to me. Finland is the happiest country in the world, but of course the meaning of happiness is different to every individual, right? And when you ask a Finn about this, they are like indifferent to this fact. They don't like brag about the fact that they are living in the happiest country in the world. Instead, they ask us sometimes, if you build a connection with a Finn, then they ask us that how do you feel like being here, because the criteria on which Finland is happiest country is this quality of life here, and the safety in the society, and work-life balance, and overall healthy environment. And also it's largely surrounded with nature. Finland has lots of forest and lakes. I think I'm happy in Finland because it's peaceful here, and also we are greatly surrounded by nature. I can just walk 10 minutes from any direction from my house, and I will find myself standing in the forest. Imagine how great is that. So I love that. And also people trust each other here. It takes long time, of course, to build a trust, but once you build a connection with someone, know that it's for a lifetime. People mind their own business here, and this is the thing I love the most about Finland, okay? Because it is really hard for people in our country to mind their business sometimes, okay? No offense to anyone, because sometimes people are genuinely caring for you, but it stops your growth, okay? Because they imply expectations on you, and that doesn't help you grow. So I think the thing that helped me here is I was free from judgment, okay? And I finally got a chance to know myself better. And also, one more thing, in Finland, there is a work life balance. So I was on my job search, but I am still working in the restaurant industry here, events and restaurant industry here. But it's not like India. In India, everything, like most of our life, revolves around work, okay? When I was working in India, I spent most of my day in the office, and I would go back home like 8 o'clock or sometimes even past 8 o'clock. And then there is no time for you to do anything or think about anything you want to do. But in Finland, people value work life balance. After 4 p.m., people don't work, and you are not expected to work either. Of course, scenario is different for me because I work in restaurant industry, and I have different shifts according to the schedule, and I am a like freelance worker, so I don't work a whole year, but it's like based on their needs. So for example, from September to December I'm working full time, and then the rest of the year sometimes I have shifts. Some months are busy and some months are very quiet, and that gave me opportunity to slow down enough to finally know myself better, okay? Only after coming to Finland I found out that I am introvert and I love spending time alone. I didn't know this about me when I was in India. And when I spent time with myself, I eventually started having this creative idea, and this another side of me started coming up, which I didn't knew, and I would have never guessed if you would ask me 5 years ago that do you want to, like, what do you want to do? I had no idea, right? But then when I came here, these creative ideas started coming up. Like 3 years ago, I tried little by little, because I was terrified in front of the camera. I was terrified to use my voice, and it was very difficult to get out of that zone. But little by little, I finally came out of that fear, and now I'm trying to be consistent here. So if I wouldn't have moved to Finland, I would never find out my creative side, because my life didn't have enough space in India to do anything creative or to even think about it. And this thing, it's just a result of me spending a lot of time alone and finally knowing myself and slowing down enough in life. And that's when I found out this side of me. I have met most amazing people also after moving here. That's also a good thing. I know I'm an introvert, so I don't go that much out, but I have built connections, for example, with some Finns. They are from work, some of them are from the community, and also some internationals. So I have built some connections, and in Finland it takes time to build trust. It takes like 2 to 3 years before they finally start to trust you fully and be open with you. Otherwise they like to keep everything themselves, and also they respect your private life. Nobody asks you stupid questions, or nobody asks you for your personal things unless you share with them. And even if you share with them, you wouldn't get many questions or anything. They will listen to you. I love that thing about being here, because people are non-judgmental, people are patient, and they build trust slowly, and I love it. And they won't offer you help unnecessarily, and like it's not a culture here. They wouldn't like directly help. If you try to share your problems with them, they wouldn't directly jump to the solution. But if you ask them directly that I need help with this thing, then they would be happy to help. So you need to speak up if you really need help. The only thing that I have struggled with is building my career here. It's been more than 2 years since I graduated, and I still haven't found a job in my field. I've been trying really hard. I had couple of interviews in 2024, but then I got nothing. And last year I lost my father, so I was not really active. So I wouldn't count that year, but I have been in job search about 1.5 years and I'm still trying. So yes, here I am. I have finally given myself a chance to speak up and let my creative side emerge. Let's see where this journey takes me. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you want to see my next video. Thank you. Bye.